it's all going to come together, but these receivers really seem to like each other.
Yeah.
Have you sensed that? Have you noticed that this year?
I really have. It's a really cool. Everyone throws around the word culture. It's like the relationships that these guys have built. Obviously, winning helps, but this has gone back to OTAs and then training camp, where it started, and it's something that's special. We've talked about it in the last couple of weeks. What these guys have done in that wide receiver room. There's only one football, and so statistically, these guys are going to have a certain amount of plays or catches, for example, or touchdowns. You look at a guy like Thornton last week. He didn't have a catch. So important to this offense and what he's done. He's a team player, great kid, and the guys are just embracing that, and we're having fun. It's selfless football, and it's every day. It's not just pick and choose, and I think that's just a credit to those players for embracing that, understanding it, and then when you win, it certainly makes it a ton of fun.
What will it mean to inject Rasheed into what you guys have going on?
So Rasheed, his growth from rookie year to last year, unfortunately getting hurt, to now this year, I think the word is just exciting for the optimistic. The kid has done so much on and off the field to better himself, both as a person and a player. And I think you feel that and see that with the love and the friendship that these guys have internally. You see that, you feel it. So, I have to get goosebumps just thinking about when he goes out there and what he does to this offense. And there's an excitement that you have. You got to remember now he hasn't played for a little while, so there's a little bit of some realness to it too. But that's the beauty of what Brett Veach and Coach Reed have done with the depth that we have in this offense. And I think it's been well stated that there haven't been a whole lot of plays or games that the three of those guys have played together, and now we get a chance to do that.
Matt, with a player like Max Crosby, how mindful do you have to be of that in your play calling and how do you approach that?
You have to, and in the off season, the Kelsey brothers, and they did that little deal, that interview with me. They asked me, who's one of the most important defensive or toughest defensive players that you go against, and Max Crosby's right there. So anytime, you're talking about a ton of players and somebody that just does he goes 100% of the time, all the time, and it's relentless. And so he's a game changer. He can affect the game. And so just a ton of respect, and you got to know where he's at on every play.
With him mostly lining up on the left, I guess, how have you seen Jawan grow and the confidence he had in this particular matchup?
Well, it's been good. I remember, just going back and looking at Jawan when he was a free agent, and they've had some battles now prior to Kansas City, before Jawan was here. They've gone at it. And so it'll be a test. I have a ton of confidence in JT, and I know he respects the heck out of Max, and so it's a good battle.
Man, with Rasheed, how have you just seen him off the field through this whole roller coaster this last 6 months or so? Because he didn't know when he was going to be suspended. He was at camp, kind of up and down, and especially the last 3 weeks that he's been here.
Yeah, no, the person that I see, and just kind of him understanding what he did wrong, and part of that when you go through that is you got to be able to accept that and understand that what happened was not right, but you got to be able to learn from that. And I think when you can do that, that's a powerful message, and he's done that. And has his growth as a football player, which is where I see him most. That's the part where, he wants to grow on how to learn and grow on how to run a sail route or a corner route or a quick, post route, 5-step, little things like that are first world problems for everybody else. For him, it's something that he can keep growing with. So I love where he's at, and kid has a smile on his face every day, and he's ready to rock and roll.
Matt, with the receiving depth and the way the line seems to have been coming together, what are you seeing in Patrick's level of just confidence and trust in everything around him?
It's on another level. The trust, that trust is powerful. You got to have that. You want to be able to take shots downfield. Well, you can't do that if you don't have protection. You want to be able to take shots downfield. You got to have the guys that together can attack a defense. So you put that together, and then you put Patrick back there, and these guys they're executing at a high level right now. And so as a coach, that's fun to be able to come in here on a Monday and put together and show them how we're improving. We're creating this identity. And, I just go back to eliminating those penalties. When we don't beat ourselves and just stay ahead of the sticks, we can do good things. But consistency, you have to be able to do that every week, and you can never get complacent. So those two words, I think, go hand in hand. And if we do that, we stick together, we keep that edge, it can be a special, special year.
And do you think it's fair to say that Patrick's comfort and trust is, you know, higher than it's been in a while with everything around him?
100%.
We're gonna
100%.
go last three, start with Sam.
Matt, with Jaylen Moore, can you just describe what the difficulty of that assignment of learning that late that he's gonna play and maybe not gotten all the first team reps during the week and plugging in there?
Right. Well, I say two things. So number one, the good thing about him coming here is that he does have experience. Number two, he's mentally strong, so he's always prepared, knowing that he's that guy at any moment that can go in there. And then the third part too is Coach Heck does a great job of being able to rotate guys in practice. And so you throw all those three together, and then all of a sudden you get kind of a short notice, quick deal that, hey, you're going to start and play against one of the best defensive ends in the game. What a credit to him. And he just stayed true and time tested, and I think it was a pretty cool moment after the game when he broke down the huddle. The huddle was pretty cool.
Blair?
Matt, your name's been associated with the Tennessee Titans job, not the first time that your name's been associated with other jobs.
Sure.
What do you do with that?
I'd say, you start off with, for me, like you just said, I've been through this situation before, and I think it's very, very important that knowing that, you got to figure out ways how to navigate it. And so every coach is a little bit different on how they do that. And for me, going through it before, what I've learned is that you want to make sure that you are preparing the right way, and when you prepare, that's in the off season. So that said, it's very, very important that you stay in the moment and you don't lose focus on anything else. And it's the social media world right now can get crazy, and there can be a lot of things said, but it's only fair to your peers, your players, coaches, etc., that you stay true to them, you stay in the moment, and then when the time does come, you look forward to it. But the time's not right now, so I'm all what we have going on right now in this building, and I've been here for going into 9 years, 5 and now 4. It's something that's different in a good way, and so I love being a part of it. I love coming here, being with these guys every day, and man, it's just awesome.
Matt, you did prepare for it in the off season, like this is something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's important to do.
Last one, Zach.
Coach Reed mentioned Mark Deleó and how he's helped you a little bit from a defensive perspective. Can you talk a little bit about his role?
For sure. He's Mark Deleó again goes back to his defensive side of the ball here with Coach Sutton back in 13, 14, 15 when we were here. And so I think it's a unique role where you have somebody that has an expertise on defense that can come in and really help confirm and maybe tell us we're idiots sometimes when we think we know everything on offense that the defense is doing, and he can maybe help us out some, and he's been great with that. He pours a lot of time and energy into what he does, and I give Coach Reed a lot of credit for embracing that type of opportunity for him, and he's been a huge advantage this year for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Y'all take care.